one guy that's on everyone's lips is Melbourne schoolboy Brendon Goddard.
A bit nervous, a bit restricted by groin injury, but yeah, I just go out there and give him your best shot, and that's all you can do. And if that's not good enough, well, you don't know what it is.
You probably just feel like you want to mesh in, but also this is your chance to shine and really show how good you are.
Yeah, just to prove to everyone, you know, that you can say what you want about number one and everything, but you still got to prove to everyone else that you're worthy of the number one pick. So you just got to give it your best shot and show everyone that you are worthy of it.
Some Karen Hamill made a contest, but numbers again with the Tigers as it's been for much of the afternoon. That is a shocking kick. Matthew Rogers.
It wouldn't be beautiful to push the body in, loose ball to Rogers, and then coming across goal. They have to be.
Brendon Goddard, his AFL debut, number one pick in last year's national draft. He's already had a couple of touches, but this, his first shot at goal from 35 metres, comes in and drills it. So Brendon Goddard kicks his first goal in AFL football, and the Saints, for one of the rare times this afternoon, kick consecutive goals, and the margin comes back to 21 points.
Clever play by Sam Power. Released Hahn, who got it from Harrison. High ball should suit. Goddard! And the 17-year-old takes a specky. Here's the specky by Brendon Goddard. Welcome to AFL footy.
Well, Xavier Clark last week, and now another young player, Brendon Goddard. That's a terrific mark.
If that's not the mark of a night on the Winners tonight, I'm not going in to host the show.
Hayes keeps it alive. Spawn. Harvey. It's still alive. Peckett. In the confined space, did well. Opens it up now for Goddard. Saints can go inside 50, and it pays off. Harvey has it.
Pods it down towards half forward, storming up is Clark. He arrives quickest, tries to knock it to Rewald, who stood his ground like a policeman on point duty. Well played, he pulls it back towards full forward. Carroll missed it. Gehrig, the beneficiary, gets a hand pass away to Clark, bounces it down towards full forward. Goddard steps around, too easy.
And Aussie drills it long. It's a good kick. Deep into attack. Hamill wrestles with Kellaway. Taps it to Gehrig. Here's a chance for Goddard. Onto the left boot. Has a snapper goal. And it's a ripper. Great goal, Brendon Goddard.
Well, just another and another Richmond hit out, but no advantage.
Here's Goddard splitting them open. And a bit too wide for Gehrig. Andrew Kellaway. Tigers with little fluency tonight. Zantuck being forced backwards. And a turnover. Baker giving it off to Harvey, and now Goddard again. Can show us his skills on the set shot.
Well, Robert Harvey again setting up a young teammate with a bullet-like pass into the forward 50. Richmond lead the hit-outs 9-1. What's that tell you? That big blokes are not so smart?
I'm not commenting. But he produced the left foot snap from that range, and the right foot set shot's even better.
Quick hands by the Saints. Ends up in the hands once again of Del Santo. Good kick. Brendon Goddard. He can go back and kick his third.
Well, Brendon Goddard playing half forward. I think St.Kilda supporters have got a lot to look forward to.
Directly in front. Goddard from 40. He likes it. It's another one for him. And a 15th for the Saints. The Lions, of course, have got the Hawks tonight. You'd think that would be a reasonably comfortable win for them. Into attack goes St Kilda, and Brendon Goddard will have a set shot at goal from a slight angle, 45 out. Yep, taken number one in 2002. Hasn't kicked a goal this season, got 6 in his 23-game career so far. Nothing wrong with that kick.
Been very good for St Kilda. Back to Aussie Jones. The veteran, can he set it up with a cool head? Finds Kosicki. Too far out to score. Rewolds the target. A shocking kick. Guess who's there? He's a ball magnet. Look out! Oh, he's pitched it. Taken by Goddard. It's a goal. Well, a turnover, not expected. Got to kick it to your good players. Rewalt from behind. Who's a big pack of players. Aussie Jones. So good for the Saints today. Del Santo, one of their young guns, will set it up. Eagleton can't get there. And Goddard on the stretch. Takes it for the Saints.
Goddard inside 50 just to try to draw Chris Grant to a man.
The Bulldogs by 10 points. This to get within 4. Goddard likes it. Straight through the centre.
Stevens in the front. Hamill punched it from behind. It spills to Harvey at 50. Pulls it to the pocket. Riewoldt in front. Goes up and takes the mark. Good strong hands from Nick Riewoldt. Now struggling to find a matchup. Hits the ground running. Squares it up to Goddard. He will go back and have a set shot from 35 metres out.
They could play on and give it a possible shot at goal like this with Brendon Goddard.
3 goals, 2 for the season for Goddard. And he guides it through for another one. St.Kilda's skipping away at York Park.
Now you get to understand why they were flag favourites in the early months.
Milne to unload from outside the 50. Going to set it on the head of a couple. Mark taken by Hamill. Not paid. Goddard kicks the goal anyway.
Been the dominant players, but he's been pretty solid.
Goddard able to run. Jones has got the shepherd here. Will enable him to run inside 50, take it out of the bounce, and let rip with the pucker in. Saints are going to get home here.
That old biscuit tin, it was 1930s, and he asked me if I could identify the players on it. What's that mean?
I'm not sure, but we know what that means. It's out of bounds on the full effectively. So it's a free kick to St.Kilda, taken quickly into the pocket, and Goddard to line up for goal.
And Mooney, who we just saw, has been moved out of the...
He's still being worked on Xavier Clark. Goddard, meantime, to extend the Saints' advantage. Getting tough now for the Cats. Great kick.
Grant Thomas rotating his midfielders. Goods the tap, but Milne is thereabouts again. Too far out to score a perfect centre for Goddard to line them up from well within range. He's just letting him get 10-15 metres away, and Milne will just cut him up if he does that. This for a very handy break. He should kick it. And he does. The Saints lead by 19.
Good knockout from Goddard. Yeah, that's better. Peckett on the end of it. Drives it long. Gehrig a chance. He's in front. Harris the spoil. Powell waiting down. For Goddard. It's got running. Good ball. Left foot from Goddard. Knockout blow.
Little chip to midfield. Brilliantly done by Peckett. Stolen away from Lucuria. Now a chance for Goddard. He's inside the 50. Looks up. Needs the accuracy. Has he got it? Yes, he has. Or has he? Yeah, he has. Well, he's very nonchalant, but it's a goal. Riewoldt arrives first, paddles it outside the forward 50 for the Saints, but he's got support. Graham thought about the kick, now he goes for it, pulls it back. Can Goddard fly from behind? Yes, he can. He finished up in front.
So I think they've got him down, and he's been up around the 15 stone mark, so he's a big unit.
He's kicked the goal. The Saints have got the energy at the moment. Kicks down towards the 50. Bounces past Riewoldt. Fiora deep in the pocket, assesses it, pulls it back across the face. Gehrig third in line, hands to it, couldn't hang on. Goddard taken high, surely. And we'll get the free kick 25 metres out directly in front.
Senior players in the Brisbane lineup that they'll settle thereafter, and they mightn't bridge that gap.
Goddard kicks and kicks truly. With a man 5 metres away. Such is the nature of the game these days. Fisher running through midfield. We've seen him like this a couple of times tonight. Goes long inside the forward 50. Can the Saints take a mark almost at the back? Maguire lunging in there was Harley. Slapped it out. Egan falling to the ground. Keeps it going his way. In goes King in trouble. Rook taken down by Harvey. Plucked out of there by Thompson. Goddard a chance. 25 metres out. Snaps the goal. Durham hold the presses.
Barry dancing around Harvey stylishly, but the kick was poor. Ball, and that's a lovely delivery. Garrick didn't have to move. Now he's got himself into a bit of bother, but he's delivered well to Goddard. We can line them up.
Fight behind the ball, Tim. Baker's in there.
Pretty peaceful character now. Brendon Goddard with good skills. The man on the mark, not much more than 30 out. And the Saints have their third.
But his hands were free, and the directive that went out at the start of the play on.
Gives it off to Goddard. So McWalter didn't want to take the shot. Goddard's the better kick. They calculated that beautifully.
Fraser may have just inched it out of there. Well done. Went and got it. And reefed it to half forward, but Nick Riewoldt back there. Has a bounce. Questionable handball to Maxi. Back to Maguire. And he steps on through and unloads a long ball in search of Voss. Got pushed. No free. Fraser back there will dump it off to Clement. And Clement's got a duck and weave. And then Pendlebury in the centre. Well done, Goddard. Did really well. And then unloads with a very long ball that can go all the way for a sensational goal.
Saints twice as many goals, twice as efficient, and they're heading forward again. Fiora against his old team today. Voss. Oh, and Goddard somehow got through. No one near him. A Saturday stroll for Brendon Goddard. Tried to go, couldn't get there. Peckett just spotted Riewoldt out of the corner of his eye. Now here comes Fraser.
Hey, Goddard.
Riewoldt went to Goddard. He could pass back to Fraser. No. So Brendon Goddard must be happy to be out there and feeling okay, I would think, after what happened in the first half. 18 possessions and a goal already. And he thinks his way through that one nicely.
Now Baker. And they just cannot find a target inside. Goddard. You'd think it would come eventually. Riewoldt offers a lead. Goddard not satisfied with that. And so he's going to blaze. Well, it is a mighty kick. That is a monster kick. Oh, what a goal that went through at post height.
His hands up all ahead as ball goes back to Riewoldt. It's a vacant square. Got a couple of options. One of them out wide is okay. And it's Blake with Kazitsky in the square. Maybe just beyond Jason Blake. Now it's not beyond Goddard. Will he go for a torp? No, the more conventional drop putt. It's bang on line anyway. He's the man from outside 50, Brendon Goddard.
Graham's handball good. Fiora to set up.
Getting plenty of it too. Fiora to Clark. Inside the centre circles. Looks inside the 50. Sets it up long. Clever mark Goddard. As Bruce said just moments ago, he's become a focal point down there. They're looking for him. Great angle. He's working it back, right to left. Another goal for the Saints.
Getting away from Brad Johnson. No one in sight. So let's fly to full forward. They got it in there quick. Milne, the unlikely flyer. Thompson, hard man to move. Able to get it out. Fiora's been one of their best in the first two rounds. Goddard trying to make a mark here early, and he's made it in the best way possible. He's pretty fired up too.
Here's Milne, a quiet night. High kick inside the 50. Lade goes up two-fisted, knocks it down. Goddard, is it their first goal after half-time? Thank Goddard, it's Friday.
Just to let him know that he's around. Young Kieran Jack, who made his debut last week. Swans not moving the ball with their normal surety here. Saints putting a really good press on. And just starting to fray a fraction the Swans, but now they've been able to get some overlap. Goddard down and in real pain. We'll get back to that in a moment as Richards goes on the attack. There's the man playing in front of Barry Hall. That's Lee Fisher.
I hope it's not a knee. This is
cursed by injuries. The Saints, haven't they, in the past?
Let's have a look at Goddard.
4 or 5 years.
Ooh, might be an ankle. No, it's definitely a knee, Robbie. Yeah.
Play restarts as Barry Hall gets in front of Gwilt. And so Bazza, they have a shot inside the last minute to try and regain the lead for the very accurate Swans.
Well, this is what we don't want to see.
No, he's been such an important player for St Kilda for quite a few years now, just improving all the time.
So the Saints should take the lead in the points from the opening quarter, but this will put a real sour note for St Kilda fans.
It looks like he did it just before he hit the turf.
And Locke is still without a disposal in this match. He'd be desperate for one. Charlie Gardner to Michael Gardner. Inside the centre square, comes wide, and Cossey's got it again. On a better angle this time.
He's getting away from Shane Wakelin inside 50 there.
Short to Goddard.
It's in great hands now.
Yep. But he does kick it really well. As you can see.
Hayes. Short. Harvey. Dangerous here. Beautiful pass. Spotted Burst, didn't kick it too long. New Burst had just dropped into that hole inside the forward 50. And Shane Burst can get home from here.
Harvey's pushed forward here.
He's going long. He's just tugged it left though. Kaczynski.
That's a
strong mark.
Under a fair amount of pressure.
Goes all the way back to Goddard, and he's a thumping kick. 50 metres will be no problem for him.
Been few and far between going into their forward 50 so far.
It's pretty good off the boot. It's just what St Kilda needed. Goddard gets one back for the Saints.
Jared Moore coasted Haileybury by three-time Brownlow medalist Bobby Skilton. One of the best of all time. Ball. Tries to thread the handball out. Schneider. Nicely. Hand to the open side to Hayes. Just needs to hit a target. And does to Goddard.
This is better. They need Goddard in a position where he can kick goals.
Only the 2 goals this year, Brendon Goddard. 2 goals, 2. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. Game 100 might be a winner for him yet.
Sandilands and McAvoy. Kick by Montagna to the front of the square, and Goddard in the right place.
No!
I'm serious. I can't guess.
How can you miss this? On that occasion, there's an umpire at the top of the 50, and perhaps he's the one that needs to come in and pay that.
St Kilda with numbers.
It's poor by West Coast there, just a kick in the space. I was just watching the fitness of Lacroix. Mark Lacroix just waltzed in. He could have had to have more of an impact in that running.
Here's Lenny Hayes with the support of Goddard, who unloads from 45. It's holding the line, and the Saints have kicked the first 3.
Del Santo, good picker. Revolts in front, no mark. He'll have another go at it. He's on his wrong side. Over to Schneider. Schneider handballs over. Opportunity for Geary. No, that's not going to do it for the Saints. Ball still alive. Goddard. What a grab.
Speaking of young men showing leadership, hasn't he been unbelievable, Brendon Goddard, in 2008? As a man coming off a knee injury, 30 disposals, he's been unbelievable.
Goddard's got it.
He can go short to Graham. McKay comes up to him. Graham pops it inside the 50. There he is again. He works hard. He is a wonderful player, and he's got his critics. I find it remarkable. He goes short. Goddard.
Player that pops in the hole, they hit him.
Goddard comes in. and gets it.
Just been all over Adelaide when they've had the loose ball and numbers to the contest.
Goddard up very high, knocked at Goldwood. Spills out the back, trying to get a side foot to it. Steve Milne falling to the ground was burst, gave it to Goddard, and he kicks another one.
Had a 24-goal season this year. Adam Schneider wants to add to it now. It's across the face. Kaczynski with strength. There's a holding free, and it's Goddard's ball.
It's just a height factor in the end.
But you took him out of the contest by doing it. Come around.
Not just height, but body size and strength as well.
Yep, you're right there, Rick.
The young Reece Megan there.
And Goddard nails it. The margin stretches over 60 again.
Played just 2 games with the Cats last year. Then Milne, good kick now. They've worked hard here. Schneider gets around. Needs to use it wisely. Decides to go with a long ball, and Goddard.
Well done. Got it in long, got it in quick, and they were able to keep the ball moving. They didn't stop.
In your forward 50.
And Goddard, normally a good kick, gets it home. So the Saints get a very important goal.
Goddard for Gardner. Now is he within range? You can put him in front as we go down to Howard.
Injury concern for the Saints guys. Ralph Clark was late out of the rooms. He had a lot of scrapping and some serious amount of ice on his left hamstring. He's on the back of the bench now. I'm not sure we'll see him again tonight.
Let's clear out behind
Pretty sure we won't, Howie.
St.Kilda.
Looking at that. Handballs to Goddard. Smart play. Goddard does the rest, and they are in front, St.Kilda.
And they played 12 of their next 15 games there. They could get off to a fly here. And they'll be 2-0. And as King goes towards Kaczynski and Goddard.
Holding, Brendon Goddard.
Good.
Holding the jumper.
Well, got a second look at that one. The umpire had a better view than we did, but he drew the free kick from Petrenko.
And good kick. So the Saints actually getting right away now, late.
Goddard kicking the goal.
Del Santo wide. Lead comes. Revolt to his own advantage. Slips out the handball. Quick fire to Jones. Spears to Goddard. Pocket mark.
Midfielder. Brett Jones has the job on him.
And a big shortener in Brownlow betting in the last couple of weeks, Brendon Goddard, because that's the kind of form he's in. They get the opener.
Problem, but he might get lost in the congestion. Kerr's great at that.
Ball. Capritis almost had it. Graham, Ray, Wilt, Blake, Montagna. Mr. Inside 50, loves to pump it along. Forced to handball it to Ray, shrugs it. Jones, back to Mr. Inside 50, who does exactly that. And finds Goddard. Perfection.
Well, he's troubling him at the moment. This is a smart move by Ross Lyon.
To make it 2 from 2.
Oh, is he striking him well?
It's there. West Coast on the ropes early. His career's only 39 games old. Getting better by the game now. On the ball up. Ball with a blind turn. Slips the pass to Goddard.
Outside the corridor.
Nice off the boot. Stays good in the air. He's got 3 from 3.
And score at the other end.
Coming off a 35 possession game last week. Outstanding start to his season, Del Santo. Offhands, Goddard for 4!
Oh, what? Take him. Don't take him off.
Can you believe it?
And this passage of play at the moment is not too bad. Can they do it for a consistently long period of time? Who knows? Gilbert, Gardner, Gilbert. Good kick that. Blake can run in here from 50 and have this shot if he likes. To the goal square. Goddard, he was held. Brendon Goddard's ball. Brendon Goddard has his first of the night tonight.
around. Zach Dawson lining up for goal, BT.
Yes, this wouldn't happen too often. Oh, gave the handball off. Goddard likes to get involved in these. Sends it a long way forward and a goal.
I don't know about you, Jerry, but if I was coaching and you see Goddard go anywhere near Zach Dawson with a ball, you can't let that happen.
Acker was there. Geary goes in again.
They're just holding on here, the Bulldogs. They are just holding on.
The last rights. Almost. Goddard. Kick forward and Rewalt.
About 60 metres out from goal, just lays it into the path of Jones. Jones sweeps it to Goddard. Goddard kicks a goal. Persistence. They ran the perimeter and then a thrust inside results in a goal. And suddenly the margin has exploded to 43 points.
And Kazitsky, the diving mark. Wants to play off quickly. Does. Montagna. Geary. Sends it long towards Goddard! That's a big grab.
The only difference at this stage between St.Kilda and Melbourne is a touch of class when they need it. St.Kilda, particularly going forward. The kick's to the advantage of Goddard. He has a run and jump at it, whereas the long kicks going the other way are normally over the head of the Melbourne forwards and to the advantage of the St.Kilda defenders. But that's a terrific mark. Should reward himself with a goal.
Coming off a brilliant 31 possession game last week, having a big season, gets his first. Chance to win the NAB Rising Star Award this year, already been nominated. Luke Ball with the steal. Schneider, Montagna, Goddard. Oh, that is as good as it gets from the clearance.
So, the Blues to centre wing. Hayes, so much of the ball again tonight. Gilbert to Schneider. Inboard to Goddard. Goddard looks up. Left foot leans back. Kicks a goal. Brilliant. Challenge responded.
Really good on first field. Geary. Rewalt. That's a mark. 55 out, too far to score.
Running from Adam Snyder, absolutely superb, and Geary was up there in that class as well.
Rewalt goes wide and sees Goddard, who stood there. It was a great kick and had the height. For kids, that if you're playing half-back, half-forward, it doesn't matter. You've got the licence to work both ends. As Goddard comes in with a low ball and a nice goal, they continue the run of 6.
Look, he's today's modern footballer, Goddard. He's 6'2". He's 90 kilos or thereabouts, and he can run all day.
We'll find out at the end of the match. I'm sure Smithy will have the answer, but it's going to be one or the other.
I'm disappointed if Smithy doesn't get immediately the Cozzy. He's not allowed on the bench. Here's Rewalt. Montagna around the corner. This would be tragedy for the Bombers.
Right as man here getting the ball.
Gardner is that man.
Stretcher out on the ground to stop play.
Look at the run of Goddard. Couple of bounces. He can go all the way. It's opened up for him. Keep running. Unselfishly gives off to Snyder.
But they need a spark, the Saints.
Absolutely.
Montagna along the line. Contested footy. Maxwell does that so well. Ray. Fisher to King. Back to Fisher. He'll probably go inside, and he does. To Schneider. Montagna started all this a moment ago. Neat kick to Rewalt. So that was a good build-up.
Rewalt about 75 metres out. High ball. Can Goddard work in front being held? He's going to get the free kick.
It's dangerous in there, Goddard. There's a danger said he held his arm.
Offensively, is he defensively? No, exactly, but he was able to control that space well, wasn't he? Hasn't kicked a goal since round 13. But after a drought of 32 minutes, the Saints get their second. Crisis time for the Dogs. They've got to find something here. Menson, brute force. Wonderful balance, Del Santo. Goddard comes away. This could be a skipper's mark.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Down to 28 seconds and running. The clock, the enemy now of the Saints, comes out wide. Kazetsky, he doesn't know how much time there is. Kazetsky steps a would-be tackler. Rewalt is the target, launches himself. Two Dogs arrived at the same time as the footy. Comes out to Milne. Oh, wonderful work by Goddard. Milne kicks the goal. Saints back in front. And making the same kick. You pay a price for being skilled. I'll be glad when you're gone. Ball comes out to the wing. Goddard's got it. Looks back inside, kicks inside the forward 50. Revolt!
And finds Fisher. To Baker. Now what's on offer? No one on the mark, so he runs about 30 metres and then just drills it long to a big contested situation. And the only man in the end that went up was Goddard.
And his opponent on that occasion was Gary Ablett.
Not happy, but expecting Mackie to come through and get a fist on it. Mackie decided not to go.
Converting at 61% this year, 11th in the AFL in disposals. Brendon Goddard kicks the goal for St Kilda. From the tomahawk. And he plays on and he does it well to Ablett. No, it's chopped off at the last minute. It was Goddard. In fact, it was
Ling floating it long. Not really a great ball for his forwards. Mooney trying to make something of it. Goddard fell by a teammate. He's down and he's not moving. And that's not a good sight for the Saints. He has not moved. Straight into the tackle.
It was Baker who got him.
Has he got blood?
And if it was,
Got a blood rule.
there it is, Stevie Baker.
Blood rule, he'll be off.
Been one of St Kilda's best.
Good example of how hard players are going. Can't even get out the way of your own teammate in time.
Third in line. St Kilda working it around. Hayes puts it back there and beyond. And Goddard, that was a strong effort. And he got rid of the man who needed to be on his feet holding him. A good placement, setting it up for Peak. It's 2-on-2. Kennelly closes. Clever kick from Peak. And it does the job. And the Saints have 9 straight.
There's 100 pushes go on around a contest every time that are innocuous, and we let them play. It has to have an effect on the player, and that one, to me, not required.
And you can get fined for acting as well these days.
Absolutely you can.
50 metres. Oh no, 50 metres. Goddard took the mark. Sydney player went over the mark. The call play on.
So it's Brendon Goddard to take it out to 15 points, and he makes absolutely no mistake, and they're letting them know about it.
And it's beautifully worked inside 50 by the Saints. Brendon Goddard loves a goal, and it's the Saints by 4.
Montagna back to Revolt. Is there only one of him? He covers so much ground. It is extraordinary.
Have a look at that. That's what I like about Nick Revolt. Unselfish, and he just set up. He set up McQualter, puts him within kicking distance. I reckon he was beyond his kicking distance. Revolt, as good as he is, just outside 50 there. Not a good angle.
So the handoff here from McWalter to Goddard. A monster kick, a monster goal. The Saints have 7.
Milne, but he ignores him. Now he kicks in the Revolt direction. Won't get there, but Goddard does. Strong chest mark in front.
It's been very good.
20 seconds.
Lining up for goal number 3. Oh, it's a beautiful kick.
Graham takes it.
What a very good poker play there.
Goes beyond Revolt, and Goddard is absolutely unattended.
And Tim, it's another example of penetrating kicks. The forwards, and have a look at this kick. It's long, it's hard, it's slow.
Number 4 for Brendon Goddard. Revolt 6, Goddard 4.
As soon as he played some...
Free kick in the centre bounce, and then it would appear Harry O'Brien has abused Michael Bozzo's son by Bozzo's son. That's the sequence of events. That's a penalty about 150 metres.
We haven't actually had a centre clearance yet, so it's an interesting start to the game.
So Goddard will kick from about 25 metres. What's happening down on boundary, Tim? He can't hear us. There's Goddard, and he gets a goal. Those people who love their ruck work will have to wait. Taking a while to corral the football. Eventually got it over the top to Ball, in trouble McCarthy. He got it from Tooby. Now it's Medhurst.
Haven't seen a lot of Medhurst so far. Terrific attack by Dal Santo, Geary, and then back to Dal Santo, to Gwilt, to Goddard, and Goddard doesn't miss.
re-roll coming from the ground. And this is the difference. Goddard obviously a class finish and putting the scoreboard pressure on the post.
And the midfield turnover that got them to back the ball in the first place, didn't it?
Both sides have probably looked at their most dangerous on the turnover. It's been such a stop-start game and precision kicking, but you know, they get the turnover, push forward that way, and that's when both sides have looked at their most dangerous.
Free kick will go to St Kilda's Armrich.
Snyder looks really dangerous on Hayden. He's running away from the ball at the moment, but I'm not sure Hayden's got the pace to go with him.
Wilt with a beautiful kick, and Goddard plucks a one-hander.
What are we saying about Rewalt, Jared?
He also directly in front.
That's it, that's it, that's it.
Only has to beat the man on the mark, and he does. Nails the third goal of this first quarter for St Kilda.
And the Saints are winning the ball out of the centre of the ground, but the Fremantle half back line repelling well.
Graham launches a long ball inside 50. There's Goddard again. He got one high. He'll get a free here, Goddard.
Just better body work there.
He's smart, isn't he? Goddard will line up for his second consecutive goal here for St Kilda. And they're above their average in terms of goal kicking here. The Saints have kicked 4 in the first quarter, and there's still plenty of time left. Ball comes back in now, an opportunity missed by Van Berlo as Milne takes it away. He sees Montagna in the open, only Tarrant between him and the goals, gives it to Goddard. Goddard for his third goal with a low ball. Something out of nothing, the Saints. Boy, they can hurt you in no time.
This is where they need to get back hard. Goddard free over the back.
St Kilda fans think they're getting a raw deal. Goddard just stands and delivers.
Well, it's going to have to be a team effort, isn't it?
Yep.
I mean, he's going to do his best. He's having a year. He's going to be in the top 4 or 5 players for the Brownlow, but if he keeps this form up, he won't win it.
Goddard kicks goal number 4. St Kilda, on the other hand, aren't finished with yet, you get the feel, with guys like this running around. Hayes, Milne up forward. Soccer off the ground, comes back to Dawson, clean hands, got it to Goddard. Goddard will run into the open goal and kick his 5th.
With Carlton over there. 5-2 versus 4-3. Montagna inside, Goddard, good enough from there. Yep. He gets it. Not much to cheer about for the Saints though.
Players absolutely having a crack in there at the moment. Here's Fisher. Goddard's always dangerous in open space. He'll go for home. The skidding long ball is on target. Goddard remarkably puts the Saints in front by a point.
To be on the ground for every minute of those games. Del Santo caught, almost threw that to Goddard. Plenty of men to work with. Baker, Fisher, and shortish to half forward, and that's a big crunch on Eddie, but he takes a strong grab. Goddard has got Milne to the pocket if he wants him. He's free. Heads inboard, and Schneider instead. Better option. Jonathan Griffin with Michael Garden. Del Santo pounces on it, kicks it inside 50. Goddard, second grab's there. Huge kick for momentum. Easy off the boot. Biggest lead of the second half, 15 points.
Level with Nick Revolt, and they're equal second behind Matthew Lloyd. So he's got a great record, 107 games here for 256 goals. Goddard a terrific mark.
Back in the middle. Sandlin's over the top. Goddard. Big clearance for St Kilda. Kazitsky.
At the feet of Kazitsky, because that's the sort of night it's going to be for him. Bartel, Peaks tackle good. Well, Selwood's been magnificent. Goddard, well done. Sweeps the handball to Ray.
Pace running out of their back line. They'll cut you to pieces.
No, they're going to get Leroy Jetta off Brendon Goddard.
Not happy Goddard.
Cheney gave him one to the guts, Goddard, and he went down. Now, I'm not sure whether it had a full impact or whether it just caught him, but it will be interesting in replay. Look at this, to the ribs. The tickler from Cheney, bang! Cop that, Brendon. Just a little rib tickler.
You see there Jetta following him in. I watched him do a lap of the ground. He went from one, and that's 50. Why Goddard gets the 50.
That's a massive 50.
50.
So that's 65.
Well, he got the possession anyway.
Well, the square's 50 these days, so I guess it happened just beyond half back, so probably 2 metres more than it should have been. But Goddard did well with the kick. Have a look at that to Gardner. Wait to Gilbert. Gilbert to Goddard, who did really well.
Got him twice.
And he's going to give him 50 for that. I thought he was in the contest. I don't know how that can be 50.
He pulled his hands out of it, BT, and just went for the body.
Oh, did he?
It didn't look like, let's have a look at it again, but it just looked like at the last minute, he didn't have his hands up for the ball. I think if you're going to go into a marking contest, as we see here, I don't think he had any eyes for the ball there.
Fair enough. Couple of frees there. Goddard will come in to kick the goal directly in front, 30 metres out, no more. He inches that home, and the Saints respond with 2 in a row. And Goddard sticks it out to a 16-point lead for St.Kilda. I'm pretty sure that's what the umpire signalled. There is an opportunity now for the Saints. McAvoy.
Big boy harder into defence now, the Demons. Too many blokes with hands on hips. Watching.
Stanley out in front. We like to see that. Goddard with a beautiful little daisy cutter.
Now he's got a Lucy here in Goddard, so a couple of late goals all help. So a couple of holes in the Bombers. You'd reckon it's in good hands with Goddard, but it's been one of those nights for the Saints, but he's caressed it, and they get 2 goals in a minute.
Had a big piece of it. Yeah, needed to take it. Will.
Look at the numbers.
Here they go again. Dempster, Montagna, Goddard, even McAvoy. Uses some toe. Sends it long. Milne, magnificent pass. And Milne can go. Revolt's calling for it in a one-on-one. He goes to Schneider instead, and Schneider holds up.
We talk about scoring assists. Schneider's had 2 goals, and now this will be his 3rd goal assist, Schneider, so he's no doubt one of the better players on the ground.
Hands it off, and all the way from defence, Goddard kicks the goal.
Too easy.
Who goes long? Goddard! What a magnificent mark that was! Hit the pack at full tilt, towered over the top of it, and has taken one of the best of the year. That was classical.
How good was that?
That has to be contender Luke.
Just brilliant stuff, and you know, it was so smart about the way he read it. He knew that the footy was going to come to Revolt. Paid no respect to his own man.
Fisher. Now down the corridor. Goddard. That's a good-looking ball off the boot. It's a beauty, and McAvoy did some damage as he took the mark. Little Nahas having to confront him face on.
When you're a forward, Nahas got Polex there. Goddard got it back, played on.
And kicks superbly. That's the Saints by 9 points.
Patterson, Goddard, getting around Tuck, and then the left snap is all class, and the Saints are starting to flex their muscles.
Montagna, who is standing his ground in front, socket only as far as Schneider. Schneider goes inside the forward 50 barely. The mark is taken by McWalter. Gives it across to Goddard. He can kick it a long way. Goddard lines up and splits the middle.
Clearing kick came from Boyd. Out to the wing, but a bit of a wall built here by St Kilda. Pretty familiar story, the way they like to set up. And that's a fortuitous kick, which is marked by Goddard. They look like they're full of purpose now, the Saints. Sharp kick from Goddard. Hits Revolt on the lead.
And now Brown, this is Lee Brown, on the left. Ball and Goddard. Goddard will fancy himself to outrun him. Well played, Goddard. He's had a big second half of this first quarter. Little kick from Montagna to Fisher, and then Fisher to Revolt. And the Saints have had a good 5 minutes.
Yep. Collingwood have got a couple of extras. In fact, yes, 2. For a moment it was 3. Back inside that defensive 50. Revolt unloads then. Kozetzky is the target. Up in front, the mark is taken by Goddard. Goddard moments ago was in a back pocket.
Well, he took almost mark of the year, but that's as important a one as he's taken all year. The good thing for the you've always got to have hope in the grand final, and that scoreboard gives St Kilda hope, doesn't it?
Yep. In this second half, as he's done so many times for St Kilda.
Schneider, here is Hayes, belting forward. Goddard! What a drop!
That's his innate ability. He's got that ability to go forward, that real X factor.
You could see the setup, but he took it.
Collingwood has never been behind in this grand final today. The Saints have never been in front until now.
It might be a moment, I reckon. It might be a grand final moment. That is an absolute ripper.
Collingwood have led for 1 hour and 52 minutes. Just short of running a marathon. It is a marathon.
So Gwilt forced to kick high, asked to play on. Ray front spot, Revolt's got it. 60 metres out.
Goddard's deep.
Wheels around. This is Goddard's spot. He's got it. It's a free kick.
Cheers, good play by Goddard.
Oh, he's a special player, isn't he?
He saw that Maxwell had the position. He pushed back hard, and when he pushed into Maxwell hard, that's when just an incidental high contact. Let's have a look at this. He pushes back, just the arm across the shoulder. He certainly made it seen.
Well,
I guess it was there.
This is the ultimate test, because this guy doesn't miss, and they have been missing all day. Nah, he gets it. They needed it, and the right bloke at the right time.
To Clark. He sizzles one into the pocket, gathered by Ledger. That's a disciplined kick. Goddard for a specky! He'll guilty. Shades of the grand final.
How good is that? Off just 2 steps. No one else on the ground would have been able to just position himself so well. Didn't have a heap of room to run and jump at. Look at that. He just saw the sit, slipped his opponent, and just timed it so well. He is a superstar, this man.
From point blank range, Brendon Goddard.
Revolt wants it long. He's about 15 metres from goal. But the short one, dropped by Fisher, who crawls after it. Montagna has it. Measures the kick, goes in short to Goddard. And distance will not be a problem. It was 2 against 1, but in the air, not so important. But a beautiful kick comes from Goddard. He puts it through right over the umpire's head. Ominous signs early for the Tigers. Hayes has got it 60 metres out the margin, just 8 points. Kicks inside the forward 50, hangs a long time in the air. Goddard, the mark, runs into an open goal, kicks it.
Watch out. Go, clean.
This one floats towards Revolt, knocks it down. Hand pass from Smith, Del Santo. Now an opportunity for Goddard, lines up and steers it through.
Made some horrible decisions.
Oh! Jamison. Oh, got out of that somehow.
Oops.
And again, a hurried, unscientific kick out to the wing where Goddard drew the free.
Just wonder how much last week's win took out of the side as a whole, and they have lifted the Saints.
Just about to say that, Lordy, down at ground level, you get a real sense that Carlton's really flattened off here.
Interchange infringement here. Now, which way does it go?
It's against Carlton. It's against Carlton. Oh, boy.
Well, they've butchered the ball going forward, Matthew. That's as simple as it's been. You can't work that hard and give it up 6 or 7 times like they have and think you're going to be a good team.
Well, the boot's on the other foot tonight, as at a crucial time, an interchange decision goes against Carlton, and Brendon Goddard has the chance to cut the margin to 12 points.
Yeah, 2 metres.
Just the 3 goals too, as we watch interchange infringement.
Andrew, just no closer. 2 metres.
Hard to judge there, but this man hasn't been kicking as well this year. Needs to kick well now, and he does. It is absolutely perfect. The Saints are back in town. Bounce keeps it alive. Revolt, Reed with him. Brought him down illegally. Kick to the St.Kilda skipper.
St.Kilda free kick.
Well, Milne's pass then was just about half a centimetre short of being perfect for Brett Peake, who's played permanent half forward. Revolt's played on.
And kicked a goal. Goddard's kick deflected.
And they named Gilbert as the man. It didn't work at the start of the year. Maybe it's something they'll revisit now.
Great strong grab from Goddard. The Saints can bring it in. Here's Maxwell. Swan arrives late. Oh, Goddard! Soaring like he has several times before against the Pies.
But that one he just completely mistimed.
Well, how many chances are they going to get? So Boyd, well done by McAvoy, in tight. Ledger got it across. Armitage. Now Goddard's normally a good kick. He's 50 metres out. He can take responsibility and kick the goal. And he does. Like the #1 draft pick that he is.
Lesson for McKinley. Goddard. He loads up from 51. Oh, that'll bring the house down.
Plays on, gives it to Graham. Haven't called his name much this afternoon. Lynch goes to Goddard. Oh, clever kick.
They move in a swarm St Kilda up and down the ground. That's why it's so hard to score against them. Went 4-5 for a afternoon of football and just 22 inside 50s for Port Adelaide now.
Beautiful play by Goddard. It was a lovely mark and a great kick. Free kick against Trengove, and that sort of set the scene, didn't it?
Yep.
Now Santo Goddard, who's been brilliant in the second half. His base we're working on today, but there are signs, aren't there?
There's been some good signs from him today.
But the Dockers must get the next, you'd think. Clark got it from Duffield. Mzungu, Fife. They've worked this okay. Lower had it stripped. Well played, Ray. That's a big play. Schneider to Graham. And then Graham to Revolt. Cossey's running hard. The #1 to the #2 draft picked in the same year. So Cossey tries to find and does. Goddard brilliantly done. And can the champ kick it? He does. He is silky.
Mumford the flick down. Fisher couldn't get it out. Does now to Jones, to Ray. Lynch stays down, punched away from him. Goddard plays for the free and milks it. And Jones puts his hand up and says no. Biggest lead of the game for either side, 13 points. It's on the money.
Gilbert, and they're on again. Dempster, now Blake. Look ahead, it's Ray on the loose, and Peake further advanced, or maybe back to Snyder at centre half forward. It's an underground sort of kick. Snyder lost his footing. Luck is a fortune, and Brendon Goddard knows that. Oh, he knows that well.
But they can't keep getting out of the games played on these terms. Dempster well tied up. Del Santo brilliant again. Montagna, it's 1-on-1. Goddard is a good one.
That's where I really like to see him play. You know, he gives him another option up forward.
This is a huge kick for St Kilda. He's the man to execute it. Absolutely perfect. At last for the Saints. And the longer it goes, the better the Saints seem to be. Geary off to Gilbert. Just got too close to the oncoming smotherer. Milne almost wrapped himself around it. Too far out. Oh, clever little kick. And Brendon Goddard is just the man to have the football. Scoreboard pressure on though. He kicked one in the second quarter. From 45. He has the Saints back within 9 points.
Swallow, Ablett, both got a piece of it. Brennan, half held by Goddard, still gets it up to Benell.
It's made a throw.
No. Trestia thought it was advantage. We all thought it was advantage. It's coming back to Goddard.
Keen to see a replay of that because he had Goddard all over him, Jared Brennan. I thought he'd actually done it quite well. That's a throw. That's a very good decision. We were caught on the wrong side.
Brendon Goddard to push this margin back out past 50 points. Some craftsmanship in that kick.
Which is interesting because they're such a talented lineup, the Saints, that if their stars can win their one-on-one battles, they're going to be hard to restrain. Cripps gives it plenty. Cross was good last time, but Goddard learned his lesson. He engaged a little earlier that time, takes the mark.
Against Goddard, who's like a bull.
He missed one earlier, but he doesn't miss that. And good steadier for the Saints after the Bulldogs came out of the blocks in this third quarter.
Jason, I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you just said there about Jones, not reading the play, how he should have gone probably 5 metres earlier than when the ball was coming in to at least attract attention with the ball carrier. Anyway, the ball's inside 50 again for the Saints. And how about that? It's been a great battle tonight between these two, Cross and Goddard.
He's had a better pre-season this time around, and he's got to be good enough to run with him, at least for stages. I'd rather see Brian Lake get in the game more.
Goddard puts it through. Another one to the Saints. And they're out now. Beyond 10 goals, that's his second.
There was no need for Joseph to grab the jumper there. He just panicked. That's what quick ball movement creates.
Saints by 18. Sard now got a hand there. Jack Stephen has been a Trojan here tonight. Looking to gather in front of Simpson. Montagna. Look at this. Sard. Robinson got him. Is it a trip or a free? Umpire says go, go, go. And Goddard does.
Did kick a running behind. There's no real coordination amongst the Saints at the moment. Dempster wide, Goddard, that's a terrific mark. He went early, hung and took it on his chest.
Ray out of the congestion, floats it inside the forward 50. Rance knew what he was talking about, got a hand in there as well. Tracks the ball, Rebolt, slick, Goddard, open goal. The Rebolts are putting on a clinic. Hayes, bit of a fumble, comes back to Del Santo. That's a clever kick inside the forward 50. Schneider on his wrong peg goes across towards Goddard, who kicks a much needed brilliant goal. How good was that?
Wasn't the way to go. Donnell, that was a good mark. He handballs on to Montagna, who sets it up high, and Goddard, only one in the contest, had his name all over it. Hines today for Brendon Goddard, kicking for his 99th career goal. Goal umpire barely moves.
An opportunity for Geary. Drives it long inside the forward 50, and the mark is taken by Goddard.
That's what you want to see from Brendon Goddard, that body to body. And
they're playing like a side with their future right on the edge. They're on the wrong side of the edge at the moment.
Sard, little steal and then quickly to half forward. That was pretty neat and tidy in the end, wasn't it? Ends up with Stanley, top of the square. Goddard, who Mick was just speaking about, well, he used his body perfectly this time against Haynes.
There's a difference. Yep. There's a real difference.
They've equalled it with 6-2. That was against North Melbourne earlier in the year. Goddard fires at goal, kicks a goal. 7-2. Good opening term for the Saints.
It's not impossible for them to make the finals, but they will need some significant results to go their way. Kuyu in there, a couple of fresh areas, and then Malera. Handball across to Montagna. Now Dempster sets up from inside the square. Goddard the target. His body too strong that time for Tomlinson, and in fact Tomlinson's body contact probably pushed Goddard into the right area to take the mark. So Brendon Goddard playing game number 204. He's kicked one this afternoon. Make it 2. Well, I guess he could get the big money at GWS, and his relationship with Ross Lyon, does that bring Fremantle into the equation? Would he travel out of Victoria?
Yeah, I think it does. I think the Crows have also been mentioned. I mean, if they lose Tippett, they'll have plenty of room to move in the cap.
Meanwhile, St Kilda move the footy forward. Ends up with Cripps, and here is the man we speak of with the yellow boots. From 45 metres, he can kick a goal. Goddard, 25 for the Saints.
And succeeds. Walker has got a new jumper, and he's public enemy number 1 and number 1 at there at the moment. It's picked up by Dempster, the acting captain. He kicks it right to the spot. It was a beautiful kick. And who's on the end but Brendon Goddard, who will line up 20 metres out on a 45-degree angle. He plays on straight away. He's doing the Milne kick around the body, and he's nailed it. 2 goals to the Saints.
It was also about Brendon Goddard during the week. He had to play against his old team.
as a former icon and life member of St Kilda. It was a big afternoon for Brendon Goddard. He's downstairs with Cameron Mooney.
Must be really well just to get this one out of the way, mate.
Yeah, look, to be honest, I've been playing on my mind for a while, obviously, and mate, I started cramping in the third quarter there, and I think just mentally it just played a toll on me to build up to the game, and it's obviously I'm pretty emotional right now, mate. So,
mate, it's tough coming up against your old side, mate. You've been having 10 years. Mate, it's tough coming up against your old side, I know that, mate.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's a weird feeling, mate, a unique situation, and I'm emotional, I don't know why. It's obviously, I love the footy club, and they meant so much to me and the boys.
Yeah.
I don't want to see them lose, and it's pretty tough.